Okay, and welcome to the 5 Mathstastic Minutes revision video on the topic of indices. Now, indices are a very common topic in the GCSE examinations and something that appears across different question types as well. And essentially, you just need to remember some rules. Now, indices is all about having numbers to the power of, or letters to the power of. Now, that means, for example, A with a little 2 on the top means A to the power of 2, which is equal to A multiplied by A. And this basic fact helps us when we come to look at some indices questions, and there's just some certain rules that we need to follow. For example, if we were to look at this question here, simplify t multiplied by t to the power 2. Now, t multiplied by t to the power 2 means that if we had t on its own, it means that it's t to the power of 1 and t to the power of 2. If we are multiplying powers, all we do is add the little numbers on top. So this becomes t to the power 1 plus 2, which equals t to the power 3. Easy. Now, the reverse is true. If we have m to the power 5 divided by m to the power 3, all we do is we subtract the powers. So m to the power 5 minus 3, which is m to the power of 2. Not forgetting to always put our answer on the answer line. Now, for example, in this question here, I've got a series of questions that you could try on your own. So I'm going to stop, press pause, try them yourself, and now come back and I will give you the answers. Thanks to Joe Roberts there for that incredible idea. T to the power 4 multiplied by t to the power 6. Again, if we're multiplying, we add the powers, so that becomes t to the power 10. P to the power 8 divided by p to the power 5. Because it's divided by, we're subtracting, so it becomes p to the power of 3, because 8 minus 5 is 3. Now, in this one here down the bottom, there's a slight change. This time we've got powers within a bracket and powers on the outside of the bracket. If we have this situation, we have powers inside and a power outside, we multiply the little numbers. So this becomes x to the power of 4 multiplied by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So the answer here is x to the power of 12. So remember, if we're multiplying, we add the powers. If we're dividing, we subtract the powers. If it's within brackets and outside brackets, we multiply the powers. Now, there are a couple of nice simple ones in terms of this as well. We'll go to this one. So some really quick facts you need to remember is that any time you see anything to the power of 0, whatever it is, any number or any letter to the power of 0 is
1.
1. Thank you very much, Aaron Bartlett there. And also, anything we see, anytime we see a number to the power of a half, Max, it is the square root of. Well done. So in this case here, 6 to the power of 0 is 1. 64 to the power of the half. Anything, remember, to the power of a half, you just look to square root the number. So the square root of 64 equals 8. Excellent. So 64 to the power of a half is the same as the square root of 64, which is 8. Now, if we were to look at some slightly more complex indices questions, now this one, for example, we've got 12tu to the power 6 divided by 6tu to the power 5. What we do is we just deal with the like terms, okay? So, first of all, we deal with the numbers, the big numbers. So we just do 12 divided by 6. Now, in this case, because the big numbers in front, we just do the 12 divided by 6 is 2. And then we deal with the t's. So we've got a t divided by a t. Now, if we think about this, t is technically t to the power 1 divided by t, which is t to the power 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we're left with t to the power 0. And as we remember, anything to the power 0 is 1. So essentially, they just cancel each other out. The t and the t cancel each other out. Here we've got u to the power 6 divided by u to the power 5. Anything, we remember when we're dividing, we subtract. So u to the power 6 minus 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. So we are left with u. So our answer is 2u. There's a couple more for you to try out there. For example, if we were to look at this one here, t to the power 6 times t to the power 2 is going to give us t to the power of 8. M to the power 6 divided by m to the power 3. Well, that's my 5 minutes done, but we're going to keep going 30 seconds. M to the power 6 divided by m to the power 3. Remember, we subtract, so we just do 6 minus 3, which is m to the power 3. If we skip to this really big one down the bottom, 5a to the power 2 h multiplied by 3a to the power h. So multiply the big numbers. 5 times 3 is 15. A to the power 2 times a to the power 5. Remember to add the powers, so that gives us a to the power 7. And then we've got h times h, which is h squared. And we are left, and we have gone about 30 seconds over, but I'm going to give you just one more page of questions to have a look at. Maybe you can tweet the answers, okay? More videos to come. Bye bye.